Welcome to the deep dive. We sift through the sources, pull out the really key bits of knowledge, and basically serve them up for you.
Helping you get right to the core of the topic.
Exactly. And today, we're diving into something absolutely fundamental for safe skies: aircraft airworthiness.
A big one. Especially critical if you're prepping for ATPL theory exams.
Spot on. So, our mission today is to extract that crucial knowledge you really need. We'll be unpacking the rules, the responsibilities, the documents, everything that makes sure aircraft are safe to fly, and just as importantly, stay safe.
It's a fascinating system, really.
Yeah.
It connects everything from the design phase right through to every single flight.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Where should we start? Maybe the underlying philosophy.
Good idea. Let's think back to the Chicago Convention. It wasn't just some dusty old treaty, was it?
Not at all. It really laid the global groundwork.
Mm-hmm.
It recognized that, aviation safety couldn't just be a national thing. It needed international standards.
And airworthiness became that kind of universal language for trust in the air.
Precisely. So that means there are really rigorous rules applied right from the start, design, building, the initial flight tests.
All designed to make sure the airplane is safe, performs like it's supposed to, and crucially keeps doing that throughout its whole life.
And what's fascinating here is how that initial certification kicks off. Once a design passes all its tests, and these are extensive tests,
Right.
the state of manufacture, so that's where it's actually built, like the U.S. for Boeing, France for Airbus, they issue what's called a type certificate.
Okay, a type certificate. So not for one specific plane.
Exactly. It's for the type of aircraft. It's like the design itself gets the stamp of approval.
Ah, okay.
And that certificate then covers all the planes built to that design, the production models, and even some upgrades, usually.
But not always. You mentioned upgrades.
Well, there are limits. Like the FAA and the UK CAA decided the Boeing 747-400 was just too different from the original 747.
So it needed its own certification.
It did, a whole recertification process,
Yeah.
which, as you can imagine, was pretty expensive for Boeing.
I bet.
And just quickly, for those very first prototype flights, before it even gets that type certificate,
Yeah.
it can fly under something called a permit to fly that's also issued by the state of manufacture.
Got it. So it all starts with that state of manufacture and the type certificate really setting the standard.
It highlights that core idea.
Yeah.
An aircraft is considered airworthy when it's manufactured, and that type certificate is just the beginning of validating that throughout its life.
Makes sense. It's definitely not a certify once and forget kind of deal.
Not at all.
And you mentioned international standards. Airworthiness isn't just one single rule book, is it? We've got the type certificate, but there's more.
Right. Our sources point to two really key ones from the Chicago Convention. There's Annex 8.
That's the engineering side, right? The nuts and bolts of airworthiness.
Exactly. And then there's Annex 6, Part 1, that deals more with airplane performance operating limitations.
And the sources say you absolutely need both.
Definitely. They work together. Annex 8 ensures the plane is fundamentally sound, structurally and mechanically. Annex 6 makes sure it's operated safely within its performance limits.
So, like how high it can fly, what weather it can handle, that sort of thing.
Precisely. If we connect this to the bigger picture, Annex 8 is like ensuring the house is built properly, strong foundations, solid walls.
Okay.
Annex 6 is about how you use the house safely, occupancy limits, maybe rules about fires, that kind of thing. Both are crucial for overall safety. It covers performance and flying qualities.
And do these Annex standards apply to absolutely every plane? Like my mate's little Cessna.
No, not usually.
Yeah.
These specific ICAO standards, particularly in Annex 8 Part 3, they're aimed at the bigger aircraft.
How big are we talking?
We're talking aeroplanes with the certificated maximum takeoff mass greater than 5,700 kilograms.
Okay, 5,700 kilos. That's a key number.
It is, because that generally covers the aircraft used for international flights, passengers, cargo, mail, the ones most people fly on.
And it covers the whole aircraft, engines, systems, everything.
Yes, unless there's a specific exception, it applies to the complete airplane. And typically, these aircraft need to have at least 2 engines for these standards.
All right. Many thanks for listening to this free part of the ATPL Theory podcast. If you want to continue learning and access the full comprehensive guide, go to my Patreon at patreon.com/ATPLtheory or my Hero at herohero.co/ATPL. That is patreon.com/ATPLtheory or herohero.co/ATPL. Wishing you all the best.